Hello my loves, so lovely to have you back here. Now today I am going to be taking you through a yoga flow that is all about self-love. Now you've probably heard me talk about self-love, self-care, self-awareness a lot. And I really wanted to bring you this little yoga flow to help you to appreciate your body, yourself, and to give yourself a little bit more love, your body a little bit more love and care through this beautiful little yoga flow. So let's get ourselves started, pop on something comfy, and we'll get moving. So we're going to start our yoga flow laying down. So bring yourself down to the ground and just find yourself a nice comfortable position laying down onto your back. If you're lucky like me, you get to look up to some nice little leaves. So just take these next few moments to take any little wiggles, little adjustments. We're going to take it really nice and slow with this flow today. It's really about checking in with your body and doing what's right for you today. So just take these next moments to just adjust the body and find yourself a nice little comfortable position laying down. And I'm going to encourage you to allow the feet to drop out to the sides a little, palms to just gently shine out towards the ceiling, and to keep the chin kind of tucked a little bit towards the chest, just so that it's nice and long through the back and in line with the spine. Relax the ribs, relax the face. And then gently, you're going to start to blink the eyes and allow them to become heavy. And then just gently closing them. And at this point, you're just focusing in on your breath. Just listening in. And just observing it. Just allowing the ground to support us. And then we're going to do a quick little body scan. You're going to scan the body from the tip of your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. And you're just scanning and feeling through the body, part by part, limb by limb. And just finding any areas where you might hold some tension, whether that be physically or maybe more from a mental, sort of energetic level. And you're just taking note of those areas. And as we finish that body scan, we need to be breathing in and sending energy to those areas where there's that physical or energetic tightness, constriction. Sending your breath there. Sending energy there. And through doing this, you're already sending a little bit of love to your body, to those areas. You're going to take a couple more breaths here. Just continuing to send that energy, breath, and love to those areas that need it today. Softening a little more. And then with the eyes still closed, you're going to take a really nice deep breath in now, in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, I want you to create a little shh. Taking a big breath in. And again, breathing out with that whooshing sound. One more breath in through the nose. Breathing out, creating that lovely noise. This time you're going to take a big breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, you're just breathing out through the mouth, but not controlling it. Just allowing the air to come out through the mouth. Taking a breath in. And we're going to again breathe out through the mouth, but this time press your body into the ground as you breathe out. Pressing it down. Release, breathing in. Breathe out through the mouth, press through the ground. Breathing in again. Breathing out, pressing through the ground, feeling that connection with the ground. And then releasing and just gently starting to softly bat the eyelids open. Bring in that light and awareness. And then just taking in the space around you. We're going to slowly start to move a little. So firstly, you're going to reach up your right arm above you. Reach up through the fingertips. And then lower that arm down to the right side. Open it out. Press it down. It's going to come back up. And then you're going to take it across the chest to the other side. See if you can place it onto the ground. You might want to do this a little lower and bring the hand onto the arm. Feels a little bit like a hug. Lift the arm back up and then lower it back down. Left arm comes up. Breathe out, lower it to the left. Press it into the ground. Breathe it up. Breathe it down to the opposite side. Take that little hug, that stretch, whatever feels good for you. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, lower down. From here, you're going to bring the knees slowly into the chest. So take in one knee, draw the belly into the spine, and draw the other knee in. Just press through the ground with the hands, lift the hips up, and lower the back down, just repositioning so you can really get a nice amount of the back down onto the ground. We can then take the hands, interlace them above the knees, and just gently create a little bit of movement here. So I want you to choose what you want that movement to be, whether that be rocking, maybe some circles. It's just a super subtle movement. Just a tiny bit of movement introduced into the body. And then slowly allowing that movement to get a bit bigger. Feel free to change the movement. And then draw the knees into the chest. You're going to come back to a rock from side to side, but this time make that rock a little bit bigger. And then slowly you're going to rock both the knees over to the left side. Release the hands. Open up the arms to each side. Pause here, take a nice big breath in. And back out. Another big breath in. Breathe out, press through the ground with the arms, bring the knees back in towards the chest. Hug the knees in with the arms. Take a nice big breath in. And breathe out and come back to that rocking. Allow that rocking to get a little bigger. And then on your next rock to the right, you're going to lower both the knees down to the right side. Open up the arms. Take a nice big breath in. Really fill the belly up. Breathe out, release. Take a breath in. Breathe out, press through the ground with the hands. Draw the knees in towards the chest. And then you're going to slowly release the feet down towards the ground. From here, we're going to slowly come up. So firstly, you're going to shift your hips over to the right side, just slightly. The knees will start to fall to the left, and that's where we're headed. So lower those knees to the left, and then bring the right arm over to this left side. Take any little adjustments that you need to bring yourself fully onto this side. Right palm on the ground in front of you. From here, you're going to elongate your right leg, so the top leg. And gently start to shift your weight forwards, press into that right hand, and start to bring yourself onto your left forearm here. We're going to take a nice big breath in as we reach the right arm up and over. And you can look up towards the left side here. Take a few breaths here. And then lower that arm all the way down. From here, you're going to roll all the way back. Come onto your forearms. And then elongate your left leg to join the right. Placing them about hip width distance apart. Take a nice big breath in. Lift the chest. And create a nice little arch through the back. Not allowing the head to drop back. You're just keeping it in alignment with the spine. Then from here, you're going to take a bend with the right knee. I'm currently, I think, wearing a lot of my plant. You're going to shift that knee out to the right side. Press through the left palm, bring it forwards over to the other side. We're going to come onto this side now. Come down onto the forearm fully with the right arm. Take a breath in. Reach up the left arm, bring it over to the right side. Breathe out. Feel free to look up towards the hand. Take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly you're going to lower that left palm down towards the ground. Press through the left palm, lift up the right palm. Place them so they're joining one another on the mat. Come onto the ball of that left foot behind you. And then twist around, coming onto all fours. From here, take a nice big breath in. Breathe out. Press the ground away, open up the fingers, feel nice and active through the mid-body. And then you're going to slowly lower the forearms down to the ground. Arms are straight in front of you, fingertips facing away from the body. You can shift the hips back a little and even walk the arms a little forwards or back. And you're just coming into your puppy dog pose. We're going to pause here, take a few breaths. Notice if there's any areas that again you're going to breathe into. Send a bit more energy, love, care or attention. From here, bring the left hand down, sort of to the level of your neck. Right arm still extended. And see if you can reach that left arm underneath, thread it underneath the arm. Shift onto the side of the head, turning it into a nice little shoulder stretch. You're peeking underneath that right arm. Maybe the right arm extends a little further. You can stay there, or you can bring the right arm onto the small of the back, opening out, pressing through that bottom arm and reaching that top elbow back. Slowly bringing the right palm down. You're going to press through that right palm, lift up. Come onto all fours just for a moment. And then you're going to take a big breath in as you sweep the left arm up, overhead. And then bring it back down. You're going to lower back onto the forearms. Lower the forehead down. Shift the arms forwards if you need to. Create a little bit more space. Again, just be present as you breathe. And then slowly drawing in that right palm towards sort of the line of your neck. Feeding it under the body, under the other arm. Shifting out to the left side. Shifting the head over to the side. And extending the left fingertips away from the body a little. You just need to lift that left arm a little bit so that you can peek underneath it. And really get into that stretch. If you want to go for that little lift, you're going to press that right palm, the back of the hand, into the ground and the arm. And start to lift up that left hand, bring it onto the small of the back. As much as you're pressing through the ground, you're also equally opening up through that lifted elbow. And then releasing that hand down to the ground. Pressing through the left palm, lifting up, feeding that arm back through. Coming back onto all fours. Take a breath in, lower the belly, lift the gaze. Breathe out, round out through the back, chin to chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now feel free to add a bit of movement here. So you've got the base positions, breathing in, looking forward, lowering the belly. Breathing out, rounding out through the back, chin to chest. They're your basic movements. So then maybe feel free to add a bit of waggling through those movements or circles. Maybe even you want to flow a little bit, lowering that movement and lifting up. Option is yours. So just close the eyes, feel into the body, and just go with what intuitively feels right. Give your body what it needs. I don't want you to be guided by me here. I want you to be guided by your body, by your intuition. You're going to take one more breath here. And then from here, you're going to start to tuck the toes under. Take a breath in. Press the ground away. Lift the knees up. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Lower the knees down. So we're just lifting them up just an inch above the ground. Take a big breath in. Breathe out. Press the ground away. Lift the knees. Lower down. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Press the ground away. This time you're going to send the hips up. We're going to turn it into a downward facing dog. So lowering the heels down. Fingers are nice and wide and open. Belly's drawn into the spine. And you can just add a bit of movement here. So walking on the spot. Bending the knees. Maybe even some little curves or movements and circles. Really feel free to make those decisions according to what your body's telling you need from it today. And then slowing those movements down. And from here we're going to do a little walk up towards the hands, up to the top of the mat. So firstly, stepping the left foot out to the right side. And then you're going to take the right foot to the left. Right and left. Crossing the legs over. Coming up to the top. And bending the knees as much as you need to then come into your Uttanasana. Your forward fold. We're going to pause here with nice bent knees, taking a nice big breath in.